The Global Prayer Retreat is a go. Sign up is now live. You'll find the link in my bio and feel free to post some questions below. I'll do my best to get to them as soon as I possibly can. I wanted to take a few moments today to share with you a bit about the heart and the hope and some of the details about the retreat. My husband and I have been giving each other prayer retreats, 24 hours set aside almost monthly for almost 30 years now. And then over the last decade, I've had the joy of guiding others in developing a discipline of prayer retreating. I'm going to be drawing from that experience to make this offering to you. And from the beginning, allow me to share a little bit about expectations, specifically what this time together will not be. Our prayer retreat will not be 24 hours of intercession, nor will our prayer retreat be 24 hours of intense exegetical examination of a wonderful passage of Scripture. Now, both of those would be worthy investments of our time. But our prayer retreat is going to be more of a love offering, specifically a first love offering. We're going to be gathering together to renew and refresh and invest in our first love for Jesus. You've already asked some great questions, so let me address those. What will be included in the retreat? I'm going to be giving you access to guidance to prepare yourself before the retreat, guidance to evaluate the experience after the retreat, and then during our retreat time, I'll be offering 4 teaching sessions, 4 Q&As, and a small truckload of my favorite quotes and prayers and tools for prayer retreating. I hope that by the time you emerge, your spiritual backpack will be full of all sorts of possibilities for you and Jesus as together you customize future experiences of prayer. What if I live in another country? You are most welcome. I think that our experience will be inclusive of our whole global community. The live teachings will not be time-wise accessible to everybody unless you go without sleep, which I wouldn't recommend because sleep is holy too. But I'm guessing that everyone will be able to access some, if not all of them. But if not, these live teachings and Q&As will be recorded, and they're going to be accessible by you for a full 7 days following the retreat, which I hope gives you flexibility in when and where you take your time with the Lord. What will the cost be? Cost is going to range from $0 to $35 US to 35 plus. When you sign up, you're going to have all 3 of these options. And if you get there and you say, I am unable to give toward the expenses of the retreat, I believe you. No questions asked. Just check that possibility. We have set $35 as the fee to cover the expenses of our retreat together. We are also hoping that we'll be able to, from that, make some donations to some worthy causes. A third option is going to be if you would like to give extra to help cover others. We will gratefully receive that as well. Will there be interaction? Yes. The live Q&As will be interactive, but also we're going to have some form of community interaction that I'll be investing in. And you're going to get also the interaction of my wonderful team, and I just can't wait for you to meet them. They're extraordinary souls. What will I need? All you're going to need is a Bible. I would highly recommend a journal. You'll need some space, and you'll need some time. What if I can't carve out a full 24 hours? Not a problem. I think that the rhythm that I'll be offering, the guidance that I'll be giving, will be applicable whether you've got 4 hours or you want to even take 4 days. So if you have more questions, post them below. Again, the sign-up link is in my bio, and allow me to conclude with one thought from Revelation chapter 2. I think many of us are familiar with Jesus' words to the church in Ephesus. He had so much to affirm them for. Their hard work, their good deeds, their endurance, their discernment. And then in verse 4 he says, "Yet I hold this against you. You've forsaken your first love." Why mention it if he didn't miss it? In the midst of all of the other things he had to praise the church for, why mention this if he didn't miss it? And I can't help but wondering, family, in our noise-saturated, crisis-ridden age, if we too have forgotten our first love, not in the big things. We're pretty good at first love in the big events and in the big moments. But have we forgotten our first love in the small seconds that stick together and have the potential of making life truly sacred? And this is what I'm inviting you into, to set aside some time to renew first love. We're going to sit with Jesus, be with Jesus. We're going to worship him, soak in his scriptures. We're going to wait upon him, not to get anything, but to give love. We're going to wait on him because he's worthy of waiting on. I invite you to join me in a global renewal of first love. I hope to see you soon.